Flea. You should bathe your dog more to avoid fleas.
Frost. It was so cold last night that the windows of my car were covered with frost. The windows were frosted over.
Fur. My pet dog has soft white fur.
Garlic. When Keith eats lots of garlic, his wife won't kiss him afterward.
Germ. His disease was caused by an unknown germ.
Ginger. Drink some ginger tea to treat the symptoms of a cold.
Grain. The cookies are made with whole wheat grain and fruit. The little boy is crying because there is a grain of sand in his right eye. Go against the grain. Go against one's grain. It truly goes against the grain for students to have to go to school during summer vacation.
Grapefruit. Grapefruits look like oranges, but they taste a little bit sour and bitter.
Grasshopper. As the children walked through the grass, tiny grasshoppers jumped out in front of them.
Gulf. Between Vancouver and Vancouver Island is a large gulf dotted with beautiful small islands. They used to be friends, but a great gulf has now developed between them.
Hawk. It's very unusual for ordinary people to raise big birds, such as hawks, as pets.
Hay. I feed my horse some hay every morning.
Horizon. We watch the sun set on the horizon. Travel broadens your horizons.
Hurricane. According to the weather report, a fierce hurricane is heading toward California.
Hydrogen. Water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen.
Iceberg. The ship sank after hitting an iceberg.
Ivory. Every year, hundreds of elephants are killed for their ivory. In many countries around the world, you are not allowed to sell ivory products.
Jungle. In Africa, the explorers had to cut through the thick jungle to reach the village.
Kangaroo. Though the kangaroo is a national symbol of Australia, people still eat them there.
Landscape. The artist painted a beautiful landscape of the mountain valley.
Landslide. Landslides can be caused by earthquakes or heavy rainfall. The party won a landslide victory in the election last year.
Lawn. During the summer, I like to go outside and lie down on my lawn.
Lobster. It seems cruel to eat lobsters as they must be boiled alive.
Lunar. It is hoped that this space shuttle will be able to complete a lunar orbit.
Marble. Because the floor is made of marble, it feels cold and smooth. Parents always warn children not to stick marbles in their mouth or ears when playing.
Meadow. The cows are feeding on grass in the meadow.
Mineral. The province is rich in minerals, like gold and copper.
Mist. On rainy days, the mountains are often covered in a white mist.
Moisture. To protect the camera from moisture, I keep it in a dry cabinet.
Mountainous. Taiwan is a mountainous island with many peaks over 3,000 meters high.
Muddy. The children got very muddy playing along the river's edge.
Mudslide. The heavy rains caused a few mudslides on the sides of steep mountains.
Murmur. A murmur of complaint arose from the students over the difficulty of the test. The mother softly murmured, "I love you" to her children.
Oak. There is 100-year-old oak tree in that field.
Orbit. The satellite went into orbit around the Earth. The spaceship orbited the Earth for 3 days before returning.
Oxygen. If our brain doesn't get enough oxygen, we can faint or even die.
Paw. Our cat always licks its paws when it's finished eating.
Pea. The boy had a hard time eating the peas because they kept rolling off his fork.